talk about Vanderpump because Vanderpump Rules is the hottest thing right now. And you have no idea what it is.
I'm so out of the loop.
Oh my gosh. When I tell you about Vanderpump, I've mentioned it a couple of times on the show. But Vanderpump Rules is one of my favorite reality shows. I've been watching season 1, episode 1, when they did a transition from Beverly Hills, Real Housewives to Vanderpump Rules, which I feel like you have not seen either of these shows.
I really haven't.
Okay, I need to tell you about the drama because Vanderpump drama has made it to the White House. Like, it is everywhere and everybody's talking about it. And
except for me.
Yeah. Actually, like, none of my friends watch. So it's very problematic.
Oh, shoot.
So I just have to be on the internet, like, harassing people, and by harassing, just like looking at their videos and being like, no, you know nothing of these people. You know, these people that
You're invested.
I'm so invested. Like, and I never gave up. Like, there's been a couple not great seasons and I watched every episode.
You're a faithful fan and you are dedicated to these people's drama.
I wouldn't go that far, but there's just a few shows in life that bring me joy. Sister Wives.
Yes.
Boom. Vanderpump Rules. Boom. That's pretty much it. And so when those shows are on, they are all consuming for me. And I love them so much. And this year's Vanderpump did not disappoint because there was a cheating scandal.
Jeez.
And so what you need to know about Vanderpump Rules is that there's this lady named Lisa Vanderpump. And she is...
Did you just say Lisa or Lista?
I said Lisa because I sometimes don't articulate my words. But I meant to say Lisa Vanderpump. And she and her husband own all these restaurants, and they've opened like 30 plus bars and restaurants in their lifetime. And in West Hollywood.
And these are real people.
These are real people. They're really rich. And she used to have 3 restaurants in West Hollywood: Villa Blanca, Sir, and Pump. Then she opened Tom Tom. And that's where we're at today. So a couple of them have closed. One closed because of the pandemic. Another one is in the midst of closing right now. So if you want to hit Pump, I don't know how much longer it's open. She also has ones, I think it's Caesar Palace. She has a restaurant too. So we could do a road trip and it would be excellent. We could go all over, you know.
Could we be on the show? Do they have people that are eating in the restaurant on the show?
I don't think that we would be on the show.
I know nothing of the show.
Yes. So the show is based on these young, sexy, hip kids that were working. So we
could be on the show.
Yes, we're exactly who they're looking for. Okay. But the show started because there's this girl named Sheena Marie who then became Sheena Shea after she married her husband, but then got divorced. It's okay. It's a lot to process, but just stick with me. And she had an affair with this kind of B-list celebrity, maybe C-list celebrity. And his wife was on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills with Lisa Vanderpump, and they were friends. And so they kept kind of rubbing up against each other at events. Okay, not like that. But the waitress, Sheena Shea, and the other girl, Brandy, they kept rubbing up, and you know, because she would be serving at the restaurant and Brandy would be at the restaurant. And so in order to kind of do this spinoff for Vanderpump, Lisa kind of orchestrated this meeting. And so her and Sheena Shea and Brandy meet up. They kind of have an altercation about, like, you know, the fact that Sheena had been cheating and was a homewrecker for Brandy. Sheena starts crying and Brandy's like, I'm not having any of this. And they kind of make peace where, like, Brandy's like, I'll be cool with you if you're in public. Okay. And Sheena's like, okay. And then she walks off. And this is in the original episode. She walks out and all of a sudden it switches from Beverly Hills, Real Housewives to Vanderpump, and you meet the cast of characters, and it's all these ambitious, sexy 20-somethings trying to make it in LA, right? So they're all working at this bar. They're all friends with each other. They're all coupled up. There is Kristen and Tom Sandoval. There is Stassi and Jax. There is Katie Malone. Stassi?
Not Stacy.
No, Stassi, like Anastasia. Yeah, Stassi. And there's Katie and her boyfriend Tom.
And these are all real people?
These are all real people and real couples, and they're all friends. That's what makes this show amazing, is because it's not like a lot of reality shows, right? They throw people together and it's like you hope for chemistry and whatever. But these guys came already with all of their baggage, with all of and they love to fight with each other and they'll get mad and yell at each other.
Do you think it is real?
Yes. Though? Yes. 100% yes. I mean, obviously some stuff is produced, right? Like there's cameras there. It's going to change things a little bit. But no, there's been so much drama since day one. Producers couldn't hope for more. And so I'm not going to go through every season because who has the time?
13.
And also you're just like, Beth, please make it stop. But here's the gist. Like, so Jax, Tom Sandoval, who I'm going to call Sandoval, and Tom Schwartz, who I'm going to call Schwartz, 3 best friends, right? Like kicking it.
I feel like you just said 2 people.
No, but 3 people.
You said Schwartz and
there's Schwartz, Sandoval, and Jax.
Oh, and
so there's
Jax.
2 Toms and a Jax. And so Tom Sandoval's girlfriend, Kristen, hooks up with Jax in season 1, who's dating Stassi, who is one of Kristen's best friend. Oh my gosh.
The tangled web.
A tangled web. And so that just starts this whole drama, and that lasts for a few seasons. And Tom ends up dating this girl named Ariana, who's from Villa Blanca, which is another one of Lisa's restaurants. And so she's a bartender, he's a bartender, and they're just hanging out. And she's ultimate cool girl. She's beautiful. She's like low key. Like she's just like one of the girls' guys, but in like a real way.
Okay.
Or the guys' girls, however you say that, whatever. Anyway, they start dating. I mean, and then there's like years of turmoil between all of them. This other kid gets pulled into mix, DJ James Kennedy.
Have all of these people continued to work at these restaurants because they're getting filmed?
When it started, they were just working there to work. And eventually, I think it dropped off to where they only were working when they were filming.
I have worked at a restaurant. I need to start watching this show only because I don't understand. When are they filming them while they're working?
Yeah. So they'll be like on their break, smoking in the back, 15-minute break and having a giant fight. And then they're going back and serving pumptinis. Like it's amazing. And anyway, so after Kristen and Sandoval break up, she starts dating a younger guy named DJ James Kennedy. And he's like a busser and he's trying to be a DJ. And eventually he becomes a DJ and whatever. They break up. He starts dating this girl named Raquel, AKA Rachel. And so she is like this, like, like people that do like local beauty pageants. Okay. She's like one of those types of girls, and whatever. And they become...
She's like Miss Tri-Cities?
Yes. And so she becomes like fast friends with Ariana, who like Ariana and Tom and Sandoval kind of like are always like rooting for them and like really rooting for her because she gets a lot of quote unquote bullying happening to her. There's a lot of other players like Lala.
This is a lot of names, Beth.
I know. I feel like that meme of that guy from, I think it's from is Sunny in Philadelphia. And he's like, has all the like words behind him. And he's just like, has the tie and he's like trying to explain something. And it's just so much. He can't get it out. I'm obsessed.
I can tell. Yeah. You have a lot of energy around this show. I love watching you talk about it and hearing you.
So good. So I'm going to cut.
But also I'm confused.
Yes. So there's got a lot of players. Okay. Sheena Shea, kind of a uniter.
You keep coming back to her. She's a main character.
She's kind of the one that like, she's a main character. She's main cast. She's just one that like is kind of friends with everyone unless they're fighting and whatever. She's best friends with Raquel and she's best friends with Ariana. They're all like really close friends. Raquel is dating DJ James Kennedy.
Okay.
So Ariana is dating Sandoval.
Okay.
Sheena is married to this guy named Brock. We don't care about that right now. You don't need to know him other than he's, named Brock.
Okay.
And those are kind of like the key players for what's going to happen next. So again, we are skipping over so much and I am not explaining this in the best way possible, but I love it so much. So they all hang out and everything. And Tom and Ariana have bought a house now. She doesn't ever want to get married. They say they don't want to get married, but they've bought a house. They're like committed. They've been in like a 10-year-long relationship. And Sandoval is kind of alluding to like, maybe he's not that interested anymore. But what we find out is he had an affair with Raquel, who's one of Ariana's best friends. And they have this affair for at least like 7-8 months.
So why, if this is a reality show, did they not find this out?
They found it out right after they stopped filming and then they put the cameras back up and then caught all of the action. So we're seeing this. So the season that's happening right now, Raquel has just broken up with her DJ Kennedy, James Kennedy. He has a new love, Allie.
So now is she wanting to be with Tom?
So this is the kicker. First, she starts going after Tom Schwartz, who is Tom Sandoval's best friend and business partner, not only in the restaurant that Lisa Vanderpump owns, Tom, but also in a new bar called Schwartz and Sandy's, which is having a lot of problems getting started.
Okay.
It's their fantasy. They're opening this thing. They've invested all their money. And so since Raquel's now single, she starts looking at Schwartz and she's like, I should make out with him. Well, he's in the midst of a divorce from Katie Maloney. And she is like, tells him like, hey, let's just say right now, don't date anyone in the friend group. And you know what she does or he does? He goes and he makes out with Raquel in front of everyone at Sheena Shea's second wedding in Mexico in a pool wearing white.
Sounds terrible.
It's awful. And then they kind of snicker about it and are like, well, she's going to hate me now kind of thing. And Katie's brokenhearted.
I feel like these people are not very good friends to each other.
Of course not. It's reality TV. I mean, some are better than others. But yeah, they all have issues. So Katie and Ariana are in the midst of creating this sandwich shop called Something About Her. Sheena Shea is like backing Raquel, but like, yeah, you should make out with Schwartz because she doesn't like Katie. She has like no empathy right now for her going through divorce, even though she herself went through a divorce on TV. There's a lot going on here.
Yeah.
Jamie's face is like, Beth, please.
No,
so many names.
It's a lot of names. It's a lot of drama. It's a lot of drama. Cheating and so-and-so getting together with so-and-so.
So this all comes about because Sandoval has a band called Tom Sandoval and the Most Extras, which is a cover band for songs that he pays. It's like not a band that came together organically. He made the band. It's like a backup band to him. And he sings with no top on. He's like ripped and he wears like sparkly pants and he sings, songs from the 80s and 90s terribly off tune, in my humble opinion. And so he's just
funding it himself.
Whilst trying to open a bar. He's like spending this money and like having space for them to practice in and paying all the band.
And he had the affair?
Yes. So how they find out about the affair is he's having a concert and like Raquel would always go and Ariana and people would always go and support him. And they're like, yeah, in the front row, whatever. So Ariana's at one of his concerts and his phone like falls out or she gets his phone somehow because it fell or whatever. She grabs it and she just had an inkling that she should look through it. She finds a video of Sandoval and Raquel like having sex on FaceTime or like doing something sexual.
Oh.
And this is one of her best friends.
Oh.
And so she, upset, reaches out to Raquel, like, what is going on? Why is this on Tom's phone? Like all of that kind of stuff. And Raquel is in New York doing Andy Cohen. And he's like been the producer. He doesn't the producer anymore, but he's produced all the Real Housewives shows and he helps do all this stuff. He also has like a late night show where they talk and he's the host of all of the reunions, right? So Sheena Shea and Raquel are in New York doing his show and they're like promoting the new season and all of this. And Raquel's like gets a message from Ariana, like kind of going, what's on, kind of detailing what's going on, I guess. And Raquel's like, oh yeah, I've been having an affair with him for like 7 months. Sheena sees red because this is her bestie. And she's like, kind of goes off on her. And then I think Raquel like grabbed her wrist or something and Sheena pushed her. I don't know. But Raquel acted like Sheena punched her in the face and made her get like a temporary restraining order.
I don't like Raquel.
Good job. Yes. You are on the right side of history. Yeah.
I don't like her.
So then everything blows up, right? And so again, cameras had just gone down kind of to like finish the season. So cameras go back up. They start interviewing all the people. And so it's kind of coming to this head now. And like all the fans are like freaking out because this week is the week where they come back up and all of Sandoval's like crap just comes out of him cheating on his girlfriend, Ariana, of 10, years almost, with her best friend Raquel in her own house.
Yikes.
And the affair started like right after Ariana's dog died, Charlotte. Yeah. And her grandmother had just died too. So it's just like awful. And then there's all this stuff that's happened in between. Like, so everybody found out about it. The Vanderpump universe on Reddit and TikTok, people are losing their minds and looking back and like finding all of this stuff, realizing like they both were wearing, Sandoval and Raquel were wearing like lightning bolt necklaces.
Oh,
they were doing
all these
trips,
clues.
And like people are like seeing it all. And like you're seeing it now kind of play out in real time on the show where people are connecting the dots, like what is going on with these two. And this last week, a couple weeks ago, the episode was she had just stayed over at their house and he was like lying, saying she dipped out, and which means leave, right? No, he's like, oh, she dipped out and went to bed. And oh, she was on the couch. Oh, she was in my bed. No, she was in the guest bedroom. So it's just so sketch. And he like kind of has like, now that you watch this, so you can see where he's kind of setting it up for Ariana to be the bad guy, like the girlfriend that doesn't really give her all. And like, they haven't been having sex. And she's like, I can't have sex with somebody I feel like is a stranger. I need to spend quality time with you. And he's like, well, what's quality time? And the producers are asking him. And he's like, I just want to like eat some shrooms and like go like look at the sunset, or I want to go skydiving. She's like, I'd like to listen to music and just make dinner together or take a walk around the block like a normal person.
Yeah.
And he's just like over the top. He ends up going on the Howie Mandel show, and Howie has no idea. It's like if it's like you interviewing him, like no idea what's happening, not in a bad way, but just, and so Tom's just kind of saying all this stuff. And how he's not fact checking him. And so then everybody, not everybody, but the people that are consumed with this are blowing up at Howie. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like this, you don't even know what's going on.
Yeah.
And so anyway, all that to say, we're now at like, by the time we post this, it'll be reunion time. And I'm here for it. Ariana's wearing this hot red dress. We've seen the previews.
Have you seen
now.
preview? Okay, so it's already happened.
Yeah. She's like, you don't even deserve to look at this. And we're like, yes, queen. Yes, he does not. And her life is blowing up right now in the best ways possible. Like she's getting all these endorsements and you just kind of see her everywhere.
Because everyone's rooting for her.
Yes, because he's such a douche, in my humble opinion.
Yeah. And many others, apparently.
Yeah. I mean, maybe he's a nice guy, but I don't think nice people do this. You know, like, no, I'm going to take that. He's definitely not a nice guy. Like nobody that cares about their partner. And I think some people are getting caught up like, okay, like he cheated, whatever. It's not that he cheated. It's who he cheated with. Like it's bad enough. If I had a partner and they cheated on me, I would be pissed, right? Because I'm one and done. I'm out. If they cheated on me with you, I would be like devastated.
Yeah.
Because now I've lost my two most important relationships. Mm-hmm. So girl, I mean, there's so many layers to this and so many seasons to watch. I suggest if you've never watched a season, just to start watching all the reunion episodes because they do great recaps of the whole season. And it's just like not French kiss, chef's kiss as far as drama.
Well, it kind of is French kiss.
Oh my gosh. They all have they've all been together and it's just so good to watch. I mean, there's lots of drama and there's been some things that have not been great on the show. However, I'm here for it all day long, every single day. This is not just my Super Bowl. This is like beyond the Super Bowl. This is Mega Bowl. This is like if every single sport thing that people watch championship wise was on one day, that is this. That is this.
Wow.
And I am so excited for it. Like,
where do you watch it?
I watch it on Peacock, but because I don't have cable, and Peacock is doing supersized episodes. I'm super excited. And so it comes on Wednesday nights, but I watch it on Thursday mornings before work. I wake up early to watch it. And then I usually watch it again.
I believe you.
And I just take it in. And then I get on the TikToks and I'm watching people's commentary and I'm on Reddit. And I'm just like, I'm so here for it.
Yeah.
And I love it so much. I would never want to have this kind of drama in my life, but I love watching it. And again, they live such a different life than I will ever live.
I'm curious about it now.
And I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm just so happy because I have not liked Tom Schwartz from the beginning. I felt like he was not nice to his girlfriend.
Now this is why.
Yes. Well, and he's the best friend of Sandoval, but he's really mean to his ex-wife and he's just done some stuff and he's kind of cowardice and it's just like not a cute look. And everybody kind of gave him he had that like Peter Pan kind of vibe of like lost boy. Like everybody just, oh, he's so charming and charismatic and everybody blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, something ain't right there. And now it's just like all coming to the surface and I'm like, I'm here for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah. So anyway, that's how I spend my life. Some people have families and hobbies.
Yeah.
And
I feel like this could be considered a hobby maybe.
No,
it's not.
Hobby of shame maybe. Because I mean, what do you do with this knowledge? Hobby. Yeah. I mean, I just ranted about it for like 20 minutes straight. That's not a cute look. Okay. Imagine this energy on a first date. Hey, what do you like to do? Let me talk to you about Vanderpump. And then that tirade.
I don't know if I've ever seen you this animated before about anything else.
I love it so much. And it's just like, I wish I could do a detailed analysis of every season.
Maybe you should start a podcast.
Nope. There's
only
so
about
many. There's
about
way too
Vanderpump.
Many. No, I would bring nothing to the table. Yes, of course I do.
Well, what do you mean? See, people would listen.
But all the cast has their own podcast. So I mean, they have insider stuff. What am I going to say? Guys, guess what I saw last night? Yeah. I'm not in LA. I don't have any secret things. So, oh my gosh, I just can't wait. Like the high I get from when they do sneak peek clips, unseen footage.
Yeah.
Somebody finds something. And I mean, people are scrolling deep into people's Instagrams and finding things. And I'm just like, I'm here for it.
Yeah.
So if you have nothing better to do, I highly suggest watching Vanderpump Rules. It is delectable. And it's so much drama. It's so much drama. I love it.
And it's not just, I mean, it's real life people, which is what gives it that edge, right? Because you're like, this is because anything can happen. It's not finished. It's not like the story's done.
Yeah.
That somebody wrote.
Yeah. It's fascinating. And again, of course, some things are produced, all of that stuff. However, so much of the conflict is real with these guys, or I don't think you could act it. It's so interpersonal, and it's like, it's how I would imagine fighting with real friends. I mean, oh my gosh, Jayme, there's like nothing better than Vanderpump Rules.
Okay.
Like when I go to LA next, I'm fully planning on going to Sir. And
I was going to say, which restaurant are you going to eat?
I'm going to go to Sir. I'm going to go to Tom Tom. The rest will be closed down by the time I get there. And will I shamelessly take pictures? Of course. Like I'm just going to be like such a fangirl. So I guess at Sir, the big thing to get is the goat cheese balls made, famous because Stassi used to always talk about the goat cheese balls. And yeah, I just love it. Again, there's a character for everybody.
I need to catch up though.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel maybe some costumes for Halloween for us.
Okay.
Vanderpump Rules. That would be fun. I mean,
I'll do it.
We'll do, they have BravoCon.
Tell me what to wear.
So you know how there's different like conventions?
Yes.
They actually have a BravoCon where all of these Bravo celebrities is what they call them, that are on the Real Housewives shows and Vanderpump and the yacht show. I can never remember, Summer House, all this stuff. They go there and you can like meet them. And would I ever go? I don't know.
Yeah, you would.
I don't know. It's cost a lot of money, but it's so tempting. Because I think it's one of those situations where I feel like such a nerd because I've watched it consistently. It's one of those shows like, you know how people watch The Office on rerun? Yes. I do that for Vanderpump. And so I've seen all the episodes a million times. I've seen the reunions way too many times and I just can't get enough of it.
So then you would go.
I don't know.
I
don't know if it would be too embarrassing to be like, hey guys, this is really what I'm going to spend my money on is going to BravoCon and dressing up as Jax. I have no idea when the next one is, but it'll be an adventure.
If you tell me what to wear, I'll dress up with you.
Okay. I think you actually could pull off an Ariana look. I think you could pull off Lala too.
Okay.
Lala
thank you.
Fabulous.
Thank you for not saying Raquel. I don't want to be her.
Nobody wants to be her. Okay.
Hey, if you're enjoying this podcast and would like to support our show, you can share episodes with your friends and family, follow us on Instagram at the Geriatric Millennials, or leave us a positive review and rating, all which help us to grow. Our theme music was created by the Finley Ghost, so check out their latest album now. Thank you so much.